Welcome back. Well, for some couples, getting pregnant needs a little extra support, and that's especially true if one or both of the parents are carriers for certain diseases.
Yeah, Melissa Cole met up with a couple who went to the Center for Advanced Reproductive Services for some help to start their family. Take a look.
We both always knew that we wanted to have children eventually, and yeah, it really would not have been possible without this whole process.
Crystal and Everett Taylor of West Hartford are proud parents to one-year-old Marlo, but their road to parenthood had a couple of detours.
So I was born with cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic disease. Both of my parents were carriers, and so I inherited one copy of each of the genetic changes from them. And so one of the impacts for someone with CF is that you are often infertile, which is to say that I can't necessarily get someone pregnant, but I am capable through modern medicine of being able to utilize an IVF process.
Everett's doctor recommended the Center for Advanced Reproductive Services in Farmington. Here, the couple underwent genetic screening and then in vitro fertilization.
To make sure that our future children would not have cystic fibrosis, I had to also do a genetic screening to make sure that I wasn't a carrier, which I fortunately was not a carrier of the cystic fibrosis gene.
Genetic carrier screening is a really important part of family planning. Essentially what we do is we can screen for many genetic diseases and see if you're a carrier for it. So a carrier is typically someone who is healthy, they don't have any outward signs or symptoms of a disease, and oftentimes they may not even know that they're a carrier for it.
Dr. Prachi Godawala of the Center for Advanced Reproductive Services says genetic screening is recommended to all patients here so they can build the healthiest family possible. Cystic fibrosis, Fragile X syndrome, and spinal muscular atrophy are some of the more common diseases people are carriers for.
So once we find that one of the parents is a carrier, like I said, if one of them is a carrier, we'll test the other to see if they're a carrier as well, and if they carry the same disease, then we can talk about moving forward with pre-implantation genetic testing for that specific disease so that they can have a child that is not affected.
Screening panels have come a long way in recent years, now being able to identify more than 500 genes. As for little Marlo, she's a happy, healthy one-year-old.
She is a carrier, which will be important for her in the future.
As a carrier, she won't be affected health-wise. She won't have any symptoms of cystic fibrosis, but in the future, when she wants to get pregnant, this is something that she'll likely want to have her partner screen for as well.
The Taylors have several more healthy embryos and have hopes to expand their family.
We were able to, with this process, make sure that, we could avoid passing on any of those cystic fibrosis complications. Yeah.
So this was a really wonderful way for you to start your family.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, really, miracle in modern medicine. I mean, it's amazing what they were able to do.
The genetic screening panel isn't as expensive as you might expect. The cost is less than $100 out of pocket if insurance doesn't cover it.
Yeah, and it's a really easy process. So for more information or to schedule an appointment with the Center for Advanced Reproductive Services, the website is www.yukonfertility.com. It really is amazing what they can do now.
Oh my gosh, so incredible.